Hey, this is Gabriel Candelaria, Public Speaking, Speech 3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Donald Trump said during his presidential announcement that the best social program is a job. Why is that an important reason? How great would it be if the state of Texas required food stamp recipients to either work part-time or volunteer part-time? During the speech, we will understand how many people in the state of Texas are currently on food stamps. And we will also understand how the ideology will work through the policies that have been implemented in the state of Maine. At the end, you will also understand how this will benefit Texas. You're probably asking yourself, how does this benefit me? Well, let's look at the numbers. The Health and Human Safety Commission, as of September 2015, has reported that there is approximately 3.8 million people on food stamps. What is shocking is if you break it down by the age group. At age less than 5, you have approximately 647,000 people on food stamps. At the ages 5 through 17, you have approximately 1.4 million people on food stamps. At the ages 18 through 59, you have approximately 1.3 million. Ages 60 to 64, approximately 99,000, and 65 and above, about 243,000 people. The biggest shock to me is the age group 18 to 59. Why is that? Because that's your typical working age. It is the second highest food stamp recipients in the state of Texas. How do we fix this? Implementation of state policy will require able adults to either work part-time or volunteer part-time to lessen or fully deplete the dependency on food stamps. Now that we see those numbers, let's look at how Maine implemented those policies. Last year, Maine passed a policy on their SNAP program, which is their food stamp program, that the recipients would complete a certain amount of working hours, volunteer or job training, in order to be eligible for food stamps. Maine looked at 12,000 eligible participants for this study and for these policies, and these recipients could not have children, nor could they have mental disabilities. The U.S. Herald reported that the recipients were required to work at least 20 hours of part-time work, or if they did volunteer job training, it was 24 hours a month. Once the implementation took effect, the numbers showed a significant drop. It went from 12,000 recipients on food stamps to 2,500 qualified for food stamps. That is a 79% decrease of dependency. The other policy that Maine added, that once you're off of food stamps and you're no longer eligible, it would at least take you 3 years to qualify back to food stamps. An article in the Huffington Post said that Maine officials said that the goal of this was to encourage people to find work. Now that you see the policy that Maine implemented, how does it benefit Texas? In a hypothetical realm, let's take that 79% decrease and let's put that into Texas. If we look again at that age 18 to 59 at 1.3 million, you would see a huge drop. You would see that if you apply that 79%, you would end up with 288,000, approximately 288,000 people that would still be eligible for food stamps. But remember, by putting these numbers, we are considering that all these are able working adults with no children and no mental disabilities. The Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation showed that the average person that Texas spends on one person for food stamps is $122.35. If we apply that to this number, it's close to $168 million that the state spends just alone on that age group. If you apply the 79% decrease, the state would only spend $35 million approximately. That is a total savings of approximately $132 million. So we now see that there's a shocking high number of recipients for food stamps, especially the 18 to 59 age group, which is your typical working age. The state of Maine has implemented policies for their food stamp recipients. It has worked. These recipients, again, don't have children, nor do they have mental disabilities. They are required to either work 20 hours of part-time, or they need to volunteer or do job training for at least 24 hours a month. It has provided a 79% decrease of dependency of food stamps in Maine. If we apply these hypothetical numbers to Texas, we could see a savings of $132 million possibly. Remember that the best social program is a job. Thank you.